Greetings, cherished dreamers. As the beautiful moonlight bathes the North Pole in its silvery glow, let's all go on an enchanting trip to the amazing haven, Santa's Chillin' Village, where Christmas tales sparkle like stars and magic dances in every snowflake. Are you ready for a magical bedtime adventure with Santa and his delightful companions? Then welcome to the extraordinary Santa's Chillin' Village. Our first festive companion tonight is the forever happy elf, Jingles. After a day filled with the joyful creation of toys and the spreading of Christmas cheer, our cheerful elf Jingles is tired. Adorned with a hat that rings with every step, he soon finds the perfect spot by the twinkling Christmas tree. With a merry giggle and a twinkle in his eye, he closes his eyes, ready for sweet dreams and a well-deserved rest. As the stars twinkle in the sky above, let's join together in wishing Mr. Jingles a night brimming with the warmth of Christmas cheer. Good night, Mr. Jingles. Now, let's go over here to meet Rooney the reindeer, whose majestic antlers glisten like winter frost. After a day of practicing graceful takeoffs and landings, our spirited Rooney is looking for a soft, snowy mound to rest upon, ready for dreams as adventurous as his day. As the northern lights dance across the sky, let's join together in wishing our festive friend Rooney, the reindeer, a peaceful, quiet, and restful night. Nighty-night, Rooney. Around the bend of Santa's workshop, I can see a new friend, a gnome named Twinkle Toes. With a hat as red as holly berries and a smile as bright as holiday lights, our festive friend has spent the day wrapping presents with dedication and care. Tired but happy, Twinkle Toes the gnome now nestles among the gift-wrapped wonders, ready to dance his way into dreamland. Santa's gnomes, celebrated for their unwavering dedication and remarkable gift-wrapping skills, are the true, unsung heroes of the holiday season. As the moonlight casts its magical glow, let's all extend our heartfelt wishes to Twinkle Toes for a night filled with joyous dreams. Sleep well, Mr. Twinkle Toes. Now, it's time to meet a new and delightful friend, the playful snowman named Glacier. With a carrot nose and a cool hat, Glacier has spent the day spreading snowy smiles and laughter throughout Santa's village. With a twinkle in his coal eyes, he cozies up in a snowy nook, getting ready to lay down and let his dreams dance with the snowflakes. As the night unfolds, let's send our warm wishes to our playful snowman friend Glacier for a peaceful and snowy night. Good night, Mr. Glacier. Just around Santa's sleigh, we find our next new friend. Hello, Mrs. Claus. After a day of baking delicious treats and spreading happiness and warmth throughout the workshop, our lovely Mrs. Claus looks for a quiet place to rest. With dreams as sweet as her holiday cookies, she is ready to settle down under a warm blanket. Mrs. Claus, the heart of Santa's home, brings warmth and love to the North Pole. As the night grows quieter, let's join our voices in wishing Mrs. Claus a restful night of well-deserved sweet dreams. Sleep well, Mrs. Claus. Now it's time to meet another delightful friend here in Santa's Chillin' Village. Hello, Nutcracker Nico. With a soldier's hat and a steely gaze, our friendly Nutcracker has spent the whole day standing guard in Santa's toy workshop. Now, with a gentle nod, he is ready to find a warm and calm spot to rest, and perhaps to let his dreams march in perfect formation. Now, As the moonlight bathes Santa's village with its soft glow, let's offer our happy wishes to Nutcracker Nico for a night filled with restful dreams. Nighty-night, little Nico. And last but certainly not least, it's time to meet one more new friend before we snuggle into our own beds. Hello, Santa Claus. With a jolly laugh and a twinkle in his eye, our beloved Santa has spent the whole day overseeing the toy workshop and spreading Christmas magic to friends everywhere. Now, with a hearty ho-ho, he is ready to sit beside the roaring fire in his workshop, perhaps preparing to go on his own journey of dreams. As the moonlight bathes Santa's village with its soft glow, let's join together in wishing Santa Claus a night filled with dreams as magical as the Christmas Eve journey he goes on each and every year. Good night, tired Santa Claus. It's time for you to rest. Under the starry sky in our Arctic city, our festive friends gather for the night and ready to rest. Jingles, Rooney, Twinkletoes, Glacier, Mrs. Claus, Nico, and Santa Claus create a warm image beneath the starlight, celebrating the enchanting spirit of the Christmas holiday. The air is filled with the gentle rustling of wrapping paper and the rhythmic breathing of quiet dreams. Good night, Santa's chillin' village. Good night, Christmas friends. We hope your dreams will be wrapped in the joy of the season, and that you get all the rest that you need. Now, little ones, what's your favorite holiday tradition? Be sure to share it with your family and Santa's festive friends in your dreams tonight.
Was the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away all, as dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho.
Step with us into the enchanting world of Frostville Falls, where a snowy meadow holds the secret to a magical surprise. Join Nora, a curious child with a heart full of Christmas wishes, and Starlight, the shimmering pony who holds the key to turning dreams into reality. So, gather round, dear viewers, to find out what happens next as we dive into a bedtime story that promises to sprinkle your dreams with the magic of the holiday season. It's time to visit Frostville Falls. Once upon a starry night in the cozy town of Frostville Falls, a magical pony named Starlight grazed peacefully in a snow-covered meadow. Starlight's coat shimmered like freshly fallen snow, and in her eyes a twinkle held the secret of a wonderful surprise. Just outside Frostville Falls lived a curious child named Nora, who adored everything about Christmas. The twinkling lights, the scent of baked goods in the air, and the anticipation of surprises. However, this year was different. The snowfall had been very scarce, and the town was missing its usual blanket of snowy white. As Nora gazed out of her bedroom window, she made a wish upon the brightest star. "This year I wish for a Christmas miracle, a blanket of snow to cover our town and make it as magical as the stories Grandma always tells." Nora didn't know it, but Starlight the pony overheard her heartfelt wish. With a gentle toss of her mane, the magical pony summoned up the amazing northern lights. The sky above Frostville Falls began to dance with vibrant hues of green, blue, and purple. Nora, who had already gone to bed but couldn't sleep, noticed the unusual glow outside her window She got up, rubbed her eyes, jumped out of bed, and then rushed outside, still in her pajamas. That was when she discovered the breathtaking display of the aurora borealis in all its amazing glory in the sky above her town. "Wow, it's kind of like a rainbow, but in the night sky," exclaimed Nora with wide-eyed wonder. Starlight saw Nora as soon as she came outside and trotted gracefully toward her. Her hooves left a trail of sparkling snowflakes behind her as she trotted over to the child. The magical pony nuzzled Nora, and in that moment, a warm and comforting feeling enveloped them both. "You must be Starlight, the magical pony Grandma told me all about," Nora giggled. Starlight nodded as if to say yes, and tonight, we have a special surprise for everyone in Frostville Falls. Nora and Starlight started walking toward the town, drawn by the fascinating light show in the sky above. As they walked, the northern lights flickered, casting a gentle glow on the small city below. Nora, now riding on Starlight's back, felt the crisp winter air on her face. Frostville Falls, usually quiet at this hour, now came alive with the magical dance of colors above and the soft crunch of snow beneath Starlight's hooves. Together they strolled down the snow-covered roads, the soft glow of the northern lights illuminating their way. Starlight's mane sparkled, leaving a trail of shimmering stardust in the air. Nora couldn't help but giggle with delight as they approached the heart of Frostville Falls. Meanwhile, the townsfolk, awakened by the magical display, stepped out of their homes in amazement. They watched as Nora and Starlight made their way through the streets, the northern lights creating a celestial pathway for them. Nora and Starlight shared a moment with each person they passed, enjoying the magic of the northern lights. The townsfolk, enchanted by the sight of the duo, joined them on their journey, forming a procession behind them as they all headed for the center of town. In the middle of the town square, the glow of the northern lights seemed even brighter. "Look at it, everybody! Starlight has brought us the magic of the northern lights," Nora exclaimed. The townsfolk gathered all around, and soon laughter and joy filled the cool air. Starlight pranced about gracefully, and with each step, a new burst of colors adorned the nighttime sky. Meanwhile, Nora twirled in the snow, catching snowflakes on her tongue. "Thank you, Starlight. This is the best Christmas gift ever." Starlight watched Nora with a contented expression and nodded. The magic of the northern lights had not only brought joy to Frostville Falls, but had also granted Nora's wish for a white Christmas. As the night unfolded, Nora and Starlight noticed something extraordinary. The snow was starting to fall softly from the sky. The town would soon be blanketed in a layer of glistening white, turning it into a true winter wonderland. The townsfolk, their hearts filled with gratitude, gathered around Nora and Starlight. They sang carols, shared stories, and, most importantly, celebrated the unexpected magic that had transformed their Christmas Eve into something truly special. As the night waned, Starlight and Nora eventually returned to their meadow. The northern lights gradually faded, leaving the sky to be embraced by the quiet beauty of a snowy night. "Thank you for the most magical Christmas present ever, Starlight," Nora whispered, giving the magical pony a gentle hug. With a final toss of its mane, Starlight sent a cascade of sparkling snowflakes into the air. Nora watched as Starlight trotted off into the distance, disappearing into the snowy landscape. Once she was back inside and in her warm bed, Nora closed her eyes. The enchanting colors of the northern lights were still alive in her mind. As she drifted off to sleep, she realized that sometimes magic could only be found when you least expected it. The magic of a Christmas aurora, courtesy of Starlight, the magical pony was exactly that magic tonight. And so, under the gentle glow of the northern lights, Frostville Falls quietly slept, wrapped in the warmth of a magical Christmas tale that would be cherished for many years to come. Now, little friends, as you close your eyes, imagine the fascinating northern lights, the laughter of the townspeople, and the exciting dance of a magical pony under the stars. May your dreams be filled with the warmth and joy of this holiday season. Sweet dreams, magical pony. Sweet dreams, little Nora. Sweet dreams, little ones, and may your dreams be filled with the magic of unexpected wonders. Once upon a time, in the heart of the enchanted forest, where moonlight painted the trees silver and moonbeams danced among the leaves, there lived a magical songbird named Aria. She wasn't an ordinary bird. In fact, she was the guardian and sole performer of a special melody that only graced the forest one night each year. What made Aria extraordinary wasn't her feathers, or her nest, or even the place where she lived. It wasn't a special diet or anything like that either. But it was the fact that she had a magical gift, unlike any other bird on the planet. She could sing a special melody, a tune so enchanting that it brought joy and harmony to all who listened. Aria was not just a songbird. She was a creature of emotions, and this New Year's Eve holiday was a particularly special one for her. This year, she hoped to portray an even deeper emotion through her song. But here's the catch. She shared this magical melody only once a year, and it happened on the most enchanting night of all, New Year's Eve. In the days leading up to the grand celebration, Aria fluttered from tree to tree, practicing and perfecting each note. The forest creatures, from the wise old owl to the playful woodland fairies, couldn't contain their excitement. They gathered in anticipation, whispering among themselves about the magical song that would soon grace their ears. As the magical night approached, Aria found herself filled with a mix of nervous excitement. Her vibrant feathers seemed to shimmer with the anticipation of sharing her enchanting song with all the creatures of the forest. She cherished the joy her song brought to the enchanted beings, and hoped to bring an even deeper emotional connection through her song this New Year's Eve. On the eve of New Year, as the sun dipped below the horizon, word of Aria's special New Year's Eve song spread across the enchanted forest like wildfire. Animals of all shapes and sizes were beginning to gather, preparing to watch the magical moment. Squirrels brought acorn tambourines, rabbits hopped in excitement, and wise old owls perched on branches, ready to hoot along if the feeling hit. Finally, it was time. With a flutter of wings, Aria soared to her favorite branch in the grand oak tree. she perched on a spot overlooking the moonlit glade, where all the creatures of the forest were already gathering. She gazed at the moon and silently thanked it for granting her this extraordinary gift. Tonight, she thought, I'll let my song express the gratitude and love I feel for my forest friends. As the clock struck midnight, Arya knew that it was time to begin. The forest fell silent, waiting for her to start. She took a deep breath and began to sing a delicate lullaby. It echoed through the trees like a gentle breeze. The forest became an active gathering with an array of creatures waiting to hear her famous song. With a twinkle in her eye, Arya began to sing even more. The midnight songbird's melody was so enchanting that it reached every corner, touching the hearts of animals big and small. Her melody started softly, like a gentle lullaby, and then slowly built into a joyous crescendo. Her song was delicate, like the first snowfall of winter. It was almost like a secret whispered in the wind. As Arya sang, the song wove through the tree branches, enchanting the stillness of the night. Close your eyes, little ones, Arya sang, her voice a delicate lullaby that echoed through the trees like a calming breeze. Imagine you're right here in the heart of the enchanted forest, surrounded by twinkling fireflies and curious woodland creatures. High above, the moon, adorned with a silver tiara of stars and a twinkle in its eye, descended closer to witness the event. Captivated by the melody, the moon began to dance in the night sky, casting a silvery glow that added a touch of magic to the celebration. The animals watched in awe as the moon twirled and waltzed, creating an unforgettable sight. With her eyes closed and feathers aflutter, Arya poured her heart into the song. The melody seemed to echo the wishes and dreams of every creature in the forest, from the tiniest ladybug to the mightiest bear. Each joined in, making a wish for the coming year, filling the air with a positive energy and hope. The song soon ended, far sooner than anyone would have wanted, but Arya was so tired. As the last note lingered in the air, the enchanted forest was bathed in a warm, golden glow. Arya felt a warmth in her heart. The forest, now hushed, embraced the magic of the moment. The animals, still enchanted by Arya's heartfelt song, felt a renewed sense of hope and harmony as they ventured off into the new year. The air sparkled with gratitude, and the forest dwellers exchanged smiles, their hearts brimming with the promise of a harmonious new year. And now, every New Year's Eve, this cherished tradition still happens in the enchanted forest. Arya's song would echo through the trees, a beacon of hope and togetherness for all the forest animals. The entire area would come alive while the midnight songbird's melody was performed for her audience. The song also reminds everyone that even in the darkest of nights, a song of hope and togetherness could light up the world. And when it was over, nestled under the starlit sky, the creatures of the enchanted forest often drift into a peaceful sleep, their dreams carrying the echoes of Arya's magical tune. And in the morning, as the first light of the new year dawns, the forest awakes to a world filled with the promise of harmony, kindness, and the joy of shared melodies. From that first night onward, every New Year's Eve became a celebration in the enchanted forest. Aria's song echoed through the trees, a beacon of hope and togetherness. The tradition also continued because all the animals enjoyed the performance so much and loved the hope, joy, and touch of magic it gave them afterward. And so, my little dreamers, as you snuggle under your blankets, remember the tale of Aria, the midnight songbird. May her magical melody fill your dreams with joy and harmony. Sleep tight and have the sweetest of dreams as you journey into a world where every melody brings a touch of magic to your heart. Good night, Aria. It's time to rest your beautiful voice. Good night, little dreamers. Sweet dreams. Good night, everyone, and Happy New Year to you all.